bears in Santee. Huh?
Yep, there's bears in Santee right there. So tell us what you're fixing to do.
I'm fixing to make bacon, eggs, pancakes.
And
Coffee?
coffee. That's right, coffee. Can't forget the coffee. It is 9:15. We are really late this morning for breakfast.
Yeah, really, we went to bed late last night.
I don't know what time we went to bed. It was like 11.
Well, yeah, I guess we went to bed on time then.
Yeah.
But, you know, we probably would have gotten more rest had we have eaten what we were supposed to, you know, but those burgers, they didn't turn out quite the way we wanted.
So this is our campsite. This is the boys' tent. And this is our tent. This is our bullseye. We put up the play ball, hit the ball on it. Electric, water, and this is the trailer and the car. And if you look across the road over there, you can see the fence that goes to the water, and there's a lot of water. It goes all the way from one side of the campsite all the way around. We're surrounded by water. Okay, let's go peek in and see what the boys are doing. Yep, mouth hanging open and all. Dalton.
Still asleep?
Good morning.
Already up.
Say hi to Papa. Say hi to Aunt Sandra.
I was up before anybody else.
And this is Dalton's area. And that's CJ's area right there. CJ. 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 Chandler. Hello, you live? I know you hear me, boy. Pull them covers down, look at here. I know he's underneath that thing somewhere. Huh? Yeah. CJ, come here, I want to check your head.
He's cold, probably.
You still feeling bad?
My bed is deflating.
Mine is too.
Well, they do that when you lay them all night.
And it got cold.
And it got cold. CJ, look at the camera and say hi, Papa.
Hi, Papa.
Tell Papa you love him.
I love you, Papa.
Come over and check your head. Oh, and there's the bathhouse. And there's CJ walking to the bathhouse. He said he got to go restroom. Back of our tent, bathhouse. Back of our tent, bathhouse. Not very far.
I'm open the door.
Look at this.
It is open. What was all that noise then?
All that noise. Come look.
Yeah.
See these? The little things are falling out the tree all night. See, the tablecloth is still dry. But these little things are falling out the trees on the tents all night long.
And that's what was making me think it was raining?
That's what was making us think it was raining.
I thought it was raining.
But it was just little, I don't even know what is that a seed or?
What is that out there? There's something in the water out there.
It's a boat.
No, it's like a
Tree.
Is that a tree? That little thing in front of the trees?
Hey. That's a familiar smell. I'm gonna smell it.
What?
Someone's cooking. Someone's cooking popcorn.
Leave it up to Chris to know what somebody's cooking.
I smell popcorn.
Okay, just so I don't forget to tell anybody, yesterday when we were leaving town, CJ was sitting in the back behind me and Dalton was sitting behind Chris, and I had went to the liquor store to get some bourbon to make our Bourbon Street chicken over the campfire. And CJ said to Dalton, he says, when I got back in the car, he says, "I've tasted liquor." Dalton says, "No, you haven't." He says, "Yes, I have." And he was very adamant about it. And then Chris, of course, in disbelief, turns around to him and says, "Where have you tasted liquor?" He says, "On my rice." Okay, then this morning, when I was doing the little walk around camp and decided I was going to go in there to wake up Dalton and CJ, I looked in CJ's tent, and over to the right, in his little mesh bag, they have a mesh bag on each side for you to put your stuff in, was last night's leftover hot dogs. He wanted to make sure he didn't go hungry. Oh.
You taping me?
Huh?
What you taping me for?
Because you do it to me all the time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you always ask that same question, so I figured I would too. Welcome, Camp Larson. We're here enjoying a full week of camping at the beautiful Santee State Park, right here on the beautiful Lake Marion. Unfortunately, during this time, I'm going to have to be doing schoolwork along with enjoying the camp, but at least I don't have an actual job to go to right now, so that'll be okay. I'm not making any money, but hopefully what we got will last us through the week. We've got meals planned. My lovely wife, Tami, who's currently filming me, she did most of the planning, and I helped write stuff down. Last night we were supposed to have hobo burgers. Those didn't go so well, but that's okay. We're going to try it again. It's a learning experience. We did find out that eating charcoal is not a very palatable experience. The potatoes that were on top of the hobo burgers, though, they were excellent. This morning we woke up and I made bacon, eggs, and pancakes, and successfully dumped half of the eggs into the kitchen box. So I got to clean that out today. But all in all, breakfast turned out pretty good, if not late. We actually finished breakfast about an hour ago, which was 11:30. So it was sort of a pre-lunch, and then later on we're going to have a actual lunch, which is going to be, I believe, some kind of bacon and cheddar grilled cheese sandwich kind of concoction. Tami knows what it is, so
Wraps.
Wraps.
We have no bread.
So that should be interesting. Dishwater's just about ready.
I got hiccups.
Apparently. And I've never seen such well-fed squirrels.
Oh, I know. I got a squirrel already.
He's looking at you.
Where?
He was.
I scared him. He hid. He went behind the tree.
I'm guessing that they come up so close because they think I'm one of them.
There's one going underneath the trailer over there. One over beside the firewood. They're all over the place out here.
There they are.
Everybody's packing up and leaving.
So, we haven't done any fishing yet. I think Dalton's out somewhere attempting his fishing skills.
Oh, is he?
I believe so. I think he took his rod and reel with him. Fairly shortly, I do need to get to work though with the schoolwork. I gotta have a
Is my dishwater ready yet?
just about. Yummy.
It's still steaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's steaming a little bit.
It's starting to boil. Probably
Okay.
dump it and get you another pot of just fresh water on. Here's something Tami found. He's a raccoon that's up one of our trees. Now, where is this in relation to our campsite?
It's in our campsite.
It's in our campsite. Right above our table. We lost some cheese last night, and we think this was the culprit of that cheese feast. As long as he stays up there during the day, he can have the ground at night.
Okay, let's see. We got here on Saturday night. We set up tents and we set up camp and proceeded to make our first campfire meal off of the campsite, the KOA website recipe log, which was hobo burgers. And the hobo burgers, it said to cook them for 30 minutes, and I figured there was no way they could be done in 30 minutes, so I let them cook for an hour. They were hot dogs, so we ended up roasting hot dogs to eat. Then, Sunday morning, we got up, we had bacon, eggs, and pancakes. And,
That was pretty good though, wasn't it?
those were good. And I don't remember what we did Sunday. I think we just stayed around the camp Sunday, didn't we?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Then we had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. And we had we had the pork steaks cooked on the grill that night with potatoes and stuff wrapped in them. Then we got up Monday morning and we had, what did we have Monday morning? Scrambled eggs and bacon.
We had the
and
hot
toast.
dog. Oh no, we made the hobo burgers again.
That was tonight.
We had hobo burgers 3 times this week.
No, we didn't.
Don't look.
Anyway,
It's a hopping bird.
I don't even remember what we had to eat those days. Anyway, Tuesday morning we got up and it was Monday was whenever we went touring, come back and everything was soaked. We didn't eat any lunch that day. Everything was soaked, so we salvaged what we could, put it in the trailer, went back to Beaufort. I'm sorry, we went to leave to go back to Beaufort at 7:30 at night, 8 o'clock at night. We stopped at Shoney's in Santee. Don't ever do that. Ever. The place sucks. The service is horrible. 7
It's the
o'clock.
horriblest place ever.
7 o'clock at night, and the buffet was empty. And they offer you the buffet, but then they don't keep it stocked.
Wing night.
Wing night. Supposed to be barbecued wings, honey barbecue wings, teriyaki wings, and hot wings.
And fried wings.
And fried wings, and they had none. The hot wings were too hot, you couldn't eat them. I wouldn't try anyway. Anyway, we didn't end up leaving out of there until 9:30. 2 hours we sat there waiting for them to cook us more wings, and never did.
Now, what was the deal with that cop, huh?
And there was an officer in there, and he had a whole plate full of fried wings when we got there. They must have just put them out. He put a whole plate full on his table. I'm talking a plate like this, full of wings, sitting there. He just sit them. He never did eat them the whole time we were there. And then we ended up getting back to Beaufort about 11:30 at night. and we were going to let the kids wait till Bubba and Sandra got up so we didn't wake them up. Darlene, I had my house a mess, and that ticked me off. Had people in my house when I got back there. That ticked me off. And of course, being Darlene, she had the same old excuses of why, you know, she did what she did, thinking that it's okay just because she had an excuse. So we stayed the night, Monday night. We got up Tuesday, and we stayed at the house all day long, drying our stuff, getting our stuff ready to go. Back up here, the stuff that was wet.
Did some Walmart runs.
We had to do a Walmart run. Oh, by the way, before we left the house, I had told Chris that we needed to treat the tent, and he didn't treat the tent. So that's why we got wet to begin with, because yet again, my husband did not listen to me. You know, I'm right every once in a while, and it's nice when I'm right. So anyway, if he had treated the tents, we wouldn't have had to buy a tarp from Walmart.
Go ahead and say it.
I told you so. Anyway, I feel better now. So we got the tarp and we left the house at about 7:30. We stopped and we got Chinese food at the China Walk. China Walk, may I help you?
Chinese.
Yeah, we got Chinese food. And we drove back up here. We got here, it was after dark, and we had to try to get everything situated and dried off. The little boy from across the street over there at the camp, Preston, came over here. Chris asked him to go home. Finally, I had to get ugly with him. You know, it's what I do best, is get ugly. So he finally went home. And we had already eaten dinner that night, so we didn't have to cook anything. So we pretty much went to bed, and we got up the next morning, which was Wednesday morning, and we had yesterday was more. We had bacon and eggs. We had burrito wraps Monday morning.
That's right.
Sausage, egg, and cheese.
That's right. Those were good.
Daddy, am I allowed to play?
So yesterday we had bacon and eggs and toast.
Can I
Made with
play
our new
Dark
toaster.
Survivor?
We made the toast with our new
Daddy.
toast gadget we bought from Walmart. Let him go play. Go play. Go play darts. Y'all play darts. So we tried out our new toast gadget, and it did pretty good. And then for lunch yesterday, what did we have for lunch? I don't think we ate lunch.
I don't think so. I think we passed it.
Oh, we had cheeseburgers from Burger King.
That's right.
Because we went on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went
How'd
on,
that tour go?
It was nice. You got it all on tape. We should.
I got
watch
some of it on tape.
Yeah. Well, we went on a Fish Eagle. Was it Fish Eagle?
Mm-hmm.
Fish Eagle tours, and they took us out into the something swamp.
Stump Hole Swamp.
Stump Hole Swamp. And we went on a 2-hour cruise. If they had said it would have been a 3-hour, I wouldn't have went because, you know, the whole Gilligan's Island thing. But it was a 2-hour trip, and we went all the way up back to the
Ended
swamps.
up taking 3 hours.
No.
Yeah, it did.
No, we left here at 1:10 and we got
Oh,
back at
was it?
3:10.
I thought we left here at noon.
No.
No, we didn't even go up there till 12:45. That's right. Go ahead.
So it was about 2 hours on the dot. We stopped and we looked at alligators. We seen 2 of them, little tadpoles, some stuff like that. And then we come back here.
Lots of osprey.
Lots of osprey. Yes. Come back here and we started preparing for dinner, and we had chili cheese hot dog wraps for dinner. That's what we had last night. Those were awesome. They were good. We cooked the chili.
We had
in a
those.
can.
We had those also the night that that we screwed up the.
Yeah, I said we ended up roasting hot dogs. Anyway, we cooked the can chili in the can on the fire. We set the can down in there. My husband did that.
I'm pretty good at that stuff.
Anyway, Mr. Big Head over there had to tell you about himself. Then we had,
Can I still beat you?
one night we had popcorn, but it was that Jiffy Pop stuff. It didn't pop all the way.
We're gonna try new stuff next time.
We'll try it again another time.
No, not Jiffy Pop. We'll try something else.
And we've had coffee every night and every morning. That was good stuff. I got these little coffee signals. Anyway, that was last night. This morning we woke up and it was freezing and the wind was blowing really bad. After dinner last night I went to bed because I had a headache and I slept all afternoon or all evening. And then I got up.
The boys and I watched Bolt last night. It was a really good movie. Good Disney movie, and we had a good time. And can't wait till Tami goes ahead and breaks down and sees it for herself. Because it was a real fun movie. We watched it on that right there. That's where that's our movie center. That's our movie center right there. Movie and info center.
So I had a headache, wasn't feeling well. I went to bed and I slept until about 11:30. Got up, had him stoke up the fire so I could get warm again, and then I went and made me some coffee, or made him make me some water to make us some coffee, and I made us some coffee, and then we went to bed. Got up this morning. It was freezing and the wind was blowing, and we could not. We just got in the car at like 10:30 this morning and left. And we went to Subway and got subs for brunch.
Probably the best subs we've ever had.
Yeah. And after we did that, we rode over to the Santee Wildlife Refuge, thinking that it was like Savannah Wildlife Refuge and had that big U that you rode around in so that you could look at things while you're driving in your car. Turns out it was about maybe a mile long, mile and a half at the most.
And that's where the trails started.
And then they had trails for you to hike on.
Maybe next time.
We weren't going hiking, it was too cold. And so we come back here and I started preparing dinner while the boys started the fire. And then the boys prepared their rods and reels and they went down to the lake to go fishing. I stayed here, watched the fire, and started boiling the eggs for us to have egg salad sandwiches in the morning when we leave to go home. And made sure that everything was done. So, pretty much, that's it. We had hobo burgers again to make up for
and they were good this
the hockey
time.
pucks.
They were really good.
They were good this time. We left them on for 40 minutes this time. 10-minute stop, or 5-minute stop for us to stoke the fire because it wasn't cooking right. And we had potatoes and mushrooms in it. We did. The boys had nothing but potatoes in theirs. And then I got the eggs off. I put the coffee on. The boys had hot chocolate. We had coffee. And so now we're sitting back enjoying the fire. And Darlena is texting me and being a pain in my bookie.
So on this week-long trip, what 3 lessons do you think we learned?
Okay, number 1, we need some kind of roof to go over the picnic table and the little extension on the end of it for us to have for the purpose of raining, so we can cook when it rains and so we can eat when it rains. We also need the flaps that come down the sides of it so we can roll them up if we want to, or we can put them down if we want to. That way we can have wind guard. Yes, wind guard is good. See, right now we put the van back here to keep us from getting wind blown so we could actually enjoy the fire.
So what about the scheduling? Did we learn anything about scheduling?
The only thing that I learned was that if we're going to do those meals, we need to plan them ahead of time, like the week before. I need to get all them wrapped up and all them put together, and I need to put them in the freezer. And then whenever we go to leave, I need to buy a big old chunk of dry ice and put it in the cooler
with those so they can stay frozen until we get ready to eat them.
What about scheduling camping trips in April?
Oh, from now on we don't do camping in April. If we go camping in April, we go to a cabin.
So our tent camping is going to be from
Memorial Day to Labor Day.
there
Period.
you go,
End of discussion. Unless, of course, we go to Florida. You know, you go to Florida, you can camp anytime.
pretty much year round.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess one more thing we can definitely say, always treat the tent